live on my personal Facebook page. The reason why everything is personal is because this is not cruise related. This is something completely different. And I'm trying to pull this up. I want to share this information with you guys. So if you could please share out the stream, if you are North Carolina based or land based or anything like that, if you could share it out, I would appreciate it. So I want to just talk to you guys really quickly about seats taken travel. Okay. Seats taken travel. And the reason why I'm doing this, I see the googly eyes. I can hear you, but you're kind of competing with me. Okay, gotcha. Thank you for that. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I hope that's better. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about that because I wanted you guys to hear from the source herself. I did not want it to just be a hey, this is a trip. Yes.
It's like some background music playing.
Yes, Team Reese already got me. I turned it off. Thank you. Let me know if it's still there. My technical producer is working. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I want y'all to hear about this from my perspective. I don't want to just post things and you guys not know what's going on. So that is the first thing. The second thing is sorry. Okay. So the second thing is also seats taken is different. I am still always on the go travel. Okay. Always on the go travel is still a thing. It's still under the Parker's on the go brand, but seats taken is different because I have been a travel agent since 2018. I did not always advertise, but the whole purpose of Parker's on the go was to advertise our travels. What happened was we ended up traveling, cruising. We ended up doing cruising, and Parker's on the Go's name ended up being synonymous with cruising. So I wanted you guys to know that I'm doing something different here. And the reason why I'm doing it different is because I hear all the time, even from my own family, even though we go, hey, Lady Yo, how are you? Thank you for being here. Thank you, Team Reese, for that. I appreciate it. Even though we cruise often, I still get questions, how you guys still like cruising? Yes, we absolutely still love cruising. Nothing is going to change about that. Cruising is still our baby, but we want to do something a little bit different because there are the people out there who still say, I can't drink all that water. There are people out there who are, they won't fly. There are people out there who want to have experiences and I just want to be able to make sure that I am servicing not only like my cruise clients, the people I meet on YouTube, all that stuff, but I also want to service people who want to travel and may not be able to take a week off. I want to be able to service people who want the experience of just traveling with a good group of friends and enjoying different places and not having to, go outside of their weekend, stuff like that, day trips, weekend trips, stuff like that. So that is the reason why Seats Taken Travel has come about. I have an amazing partner that I have met and has guided me along the way because you guys know I'm a cruiser. I am getting into the motor coach business. So his name is William, aka he goes by Pepsi. So if you see this, shout out to Pepsi. But he also owns and operates with his partners Down East Tours. Okay. And they are here located in North Carolina and not too far away from where I am. So being able to do this, hey, C, thank you for popping in. I appreciate y'all popping in. Thank you so much for that. Being able to do this with a partner who understands the goal and the vision makes so much of a difference because I knew my vision. I knew my goal. I've always been scared to just go out there and go for what I wanted to do. And when you have somebody who understands the alignment of what you're trying to do and can actually almost bar for bar finish a statement before you finish it, I already know that was a good plan. So let me show you guys what I have going on here. We're going to talk about Seats Taken Travel. I'm not going to take y'all afternoon up. If y'all like my husband who has googly eyes right now, he's also watching his bracket. So he's doing double duty. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, Pepsi. Right. What's going on, Blakey? Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. So let's get into Seats Taken Travel. I have been working on this, guys, for a while now. If y'all don't remember, if you follow me on Facebook, my personal Facebook page, I made posts and I said, hey, what? Do y'all remember those old school bus trips we used to take with our families? And y'all know, if y'all been around me, especially on Partners on the Go, I always would say I I was a person who, when I used to sit on my grandma's porch with my cousins, and we all played "That's My Car." I didn't play "That's My Car." I played "That's My Bus." That's my RV. I never knew why I wanted to be a traveler in that sense. I never knew why I wanted that form of traveling. And then I was talking to my aunt last week, and I was like, I figured it out. I realized it. It came from when I was a little girl. My mom and I went on a trip. I think it had to be a church trip, right? But my mom and I went on this trip, and we took this bus ride to Disney. And it was just me and her, and like these, people. When you're a little girl, you don't really know people, but you know them because your family know them. That situation. So, yeah, so like I had this whole trip experience, and I didn't realize the reason why I fell in love with travel the way I did, because that started it. That opened my eyes that there was a completely different world out there, and I can experience it in a different way. And I always used to say, hey, I wanted to share that experience and that passion with other people. I wanted people to understand that there's a world out there to see, and you can see the different formats. You don't always have to cruise, you don't always have to fly. You can do it right here in your own backyard, and you can go with people who got the same vision you have. So that's where this came from. I want you to know this is going to be an experience. It's not just a bus ride. Hey, Keisha, how are you? Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you. So this is an experience, not just a bus ride, because I want your seat to be taken. Every time I announce a trip, I want your seat to be taken. I want you to say, my name is on that seat. That's why we're doing seats taken travel. C said, yes, many bus trips to raise money for the building fund and all the auxiliaries. We we did Disney and the state fairs. Yes, yes, yes. And that's where the love, I feel like for me personally, that's where the love came from. And I'm figuring that out as I go, and as I've been going through this process, that the love of travel for me is completely different, and it may not be the same for everybody. Like one day, I wish I can pull together in my brain to say, hey, I'm gonna be like C, and I'm just gonna go by myself. I can do it somewhat, but I like groups. I like being with people. I like being around, and I say all the time, even when we get on cruise ships and I cruise with people who never cruised before, I'm looking at their face because I want to see their experience, right? I want to see how they feel and if they love it just as much as me. I got that from being a little girl and having that experience and seeing how excited we were when everybody pulled up and realized we're going to Disney. And that never left me. And I want people to be able to experience that same thing. Um, Team Reset Facts. I recall Mall of America, DC, and countless trips down south. Yes, yes, yes. Let's get into it. She said my first cruise was a church trip. See, and we, South is, a lot of people are still scared to fly, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm realizing that it is okay. So why not take it back to the old school and make it fun, revamp it, and do it in a different way? And that's what I wanted to do. So anybody who takes this inaugural trip, I'm calling you the founding members of Seats Taken Travel. Yes, you are a founding member, okay? So let's talk about it really quickly. So this is not just a vision, okay? This is not just a vision. We don't want any empty seats. We want anybody who is able and willing and has the willing to want to travel to do it, and do it affordably. I'm not trying to knock you over the head with stuff, right? If there's things that I can include in the price, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make sure that you are taken care of. I'm going to curate the trip. So all you got to do is get on the bus and go. So we want to make sure that you guys understand that that's what it is. Hey, Grandma Tay, how are you? Thanks for being in. So that's what I want. That's what I want for you guys. I want for people to understand that this is not just a simple, hey, Kathy, how are you? Thank y'all for popping in over here. I just thought I was gonna be talking to the elements. So y'all make me feel good. I appreciate it. Um, I want you to feel like you're having an experience when you go here. When you go and jump on the bus with us and we go on these trips, I want every seat to be reserved and I want everyone to understand the experience. Keisha said road trips from one end of NC to the other definitely has my core memories packed. Yes, yes. And that's the thing, some things are, the nostalgia is there for a reason. Some things do bring you back to a childhood and you can smile about it, and you don't understand what sparks things for you inside of you when you're going to be an adult, and it's just because you had these experiences as children because I know my mom, she was doing the best she could, right? She was a single mom, she was raising me and my sister, she was working 3 or 4 jobs, and we had these experiences, and it wasn't something that, oh, I can just pull this out of my pocket. The fact that she could give that to us is amazing, and I want to be able to give that to other people too. I tell people all the time, and I've been saying this, and even when Brandon and I talked this out for a long time. Hey, Kristen, how Kristen is ready. Kristen is actually my second seat of the day. I've already 4 seats have already been taken. So first of all, thank you for everybody who has already booked. I forgot to say that, but thank you, Kristen. Kristen is also my ride or die because I used to work with Kristen at Babies R Us back in the Babies R Us days, and anything that I had going on, she always supported. So thank you for that. So I want to get into it and I want to talk about it. So you are a part of the experience. Um, so let's talk about the group. It's not going to be just transactional. Chris says school, field trip, bus rides, right? This is not going to be just transactional. I'm not just going to put you on a bus and say, be back at this time, and then we're going home. We're going to actually go through the experience. If you have, and if you want the downtime, of course, we're going to build in that downtime for you, but you're going to know the reason for it. You're you're going to be traveling with people who are strangers at first, but the more we do it, the more you'll get to know the community of the seats taken travel gang. So you'll know who people are, and then I want you to understand that we are building something here that's going to be amazing. So you're going to have a great experience. We're going to have a clean transportation. We're going to have people who know what they're doing. I am super excited. Hey, Cruiser Capers, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Lady O said, rode all over the U.S. in a 68 Dodge Coronet with my parents as a child. If dad didn't go, mom and I were on the bus. Yes, that's sometimes you just got to go. Sometimes you just have to go. So let's talk about it. So our first trip, the inaugural trip, will be to Wilmington, North Carolina, and Carolina Beach. There's a specific reason why I chose this. I am telling people, look, I know you can get in the car and drive. Okay, we know that. Um, yes, Wilmington is only a 2-hour ride here from Raleigh. I understand that. For some people, it's not about just the drive. Some people it's about experiencing things in a different light. So we are going to be going to Wilmington and Carolina Beach. It's going to be on May the 9th of this year. So that is Mother's Day weekend. That is going to be Saturday. Okay. So you're going to have a day trip. And of course, transportation is going to be taken care of. This is going to be the first trip. So if you jump on the first trip, you are going to be called our founding members, and I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to make sure you are taken care of because you're sharing this experience with us, and you're helping me advertise this group. So what is the destination? Arlai Gardens is absolutely gorgeous. Brandon and I went to this place during the shutdown, right? It was one of those spots where you could go and you were outside and you can still experience what you can have this experience of being out in nature. And hey, Keisha, how are you? Seeing something different. Wilmington is on the coast of North Carolina, so you're going to have some waterways there. The trees are going to, be blooming. The flowers are going to be blooming. There, people get married at this space. They have events at this space. It is huge. You guys are going to love it, and no better way to blossom a trip on Mother's Day is to take you out into the gardens and show you this amazing, amazing scenery. I'll try to pull it up before I get off so you guys can see it because I want you guys to see where we're going. Okay, so that is going to be the first stop. So when you get to the location, and I'm gonna get into that, but Arlai Gardens is going to be the first stop. Then we're going to load back on the bus and we're going to go to Carolina Beach. Okay. So let's see. I already talked about the founding members, and I can go back over there. Okay, so we're going to go to Carolina Beach. So I'll get into the exact route in just a second. So the founding members T-shirt, they're going to grow into this. They may not be exactly this, but you will get a T-shirt. But they will grow into this, and I do want you to understand I am serious about it. You guys are going to get something special that nobody else is going to get. Okay, I'm going to make sure it's very special for you. So if you join me on this trip, you are going to get a group T-shirt, and this also helps us share our experience with other people and understand what we're trying to build here. So we have our founding member logo on the front, and then we're going to have our seats taken logo on the back. It's going to have the inaugural trip date on the back, and it's also going to have information letting people know that you are a part of something great. Okay, so let's talk about your $75. This trip is $75 per seat. So, what does your $75 include? It is a $30 non refundable deposit. This is why this has to happen. This is not like we're booking a cruise, right? Because if one person can't go, we're going to make sure it does not disrupt the trip. Unfortunately, the deposit has to be non-refundable, but it's $30. Okay. Also, it makes sure that you have a seat secured. So we will be going. You will guarantees your seat on the bus. It guarantees you $75. Guarantees your admission into the gardens. That's not a ticket you have to pay for. Once you pay, that is taken care of on my end. I will make sure everything is taken care of. It's also going to include a light breakfast for you guys. So I'm going to make sure that you're not just getting on the bus hungry, because we will be leaving around 7 a.m. Now, I know 7 a.m. is time people get up and go to work, but if you're going somewhere, it seems like you can always get up earlier than what you expected, right? So we will be leaving at 7 a.m. We will be meeting in Raleigh on at the Walmart. Okay, and I'll give the exact locations to the people who want to join us. And then, of course, you'll get your T-shirt. So those are the things that your ticket is going to include. What your ticket will not include is your lunch. Okay, because we will be having lunch at Carolina Beach. Carolina Beach has a beautiful boardwalk area. It has rides. It has shopping. You can actually go to the beach, and you're going to have time there, so you can experience whatever you want to experience. So you can have lunch on your own. You can pair up with other people. You can go do different things. If you bring family with you, you guys can go have lunch, have some time in the water, go and do the rides or just do a little shopping. Carolina Beach is your downtime. We're going to try to give you at least five hours there, right? And then what we're going to do is, before we head back to Raleigh, we're going to go to Cape Fear Seafood. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this at the end because I want you guys to see the quality of food. If you don't know Cape Fear and Raleigh, I want you guys to see the food quality that they prepare. Cape Fear is amazing, and we're talking about on the coast of North Carolina, that fresh seafood you pull out of the water. That's what I'm talking about. This is what we're offering you guys. So that is going to be an experience. I don't want to overwhelm people for the first trip. I have 6 other trips planned. Okay. This is going to be the inaugural trip. So 6 other trips planned. And I want to ease you guys into it. And Mother's Day weekend, you don't want to be hustled and bustled around. You want to be able to relax and enjoy your time. So this is going to be a beautiful experience. Final payment date is August 20th. That way we can make sure the people from the Pepsi is taken care of from the motor coach, and that everybody's paid in full. So the departure point is going to be not from Garner but from Raleigh. I will give the exact address very close to final payment date, because we'll still be at least 3 weeks out. So final payment date, the exact pickup location will be given to you guys, and like I said, it will be in Raleigh. If you know Raleigh, it's not that hard to find. So this is for everybody. It's not just for adults. It is for everybody. So you can bring your kids, your husband, your wives. You can bring your grandparents. This is a multi-generational trip. I know it does say for adults, but it is multi-generational. So we want you to come with who you want. Kristen said, I'm not bringing my kids. Okay. This is going to be a mom's day. Okay. And that's absolutely fine. You do it how you want to do it. There are going to be other people there who are going to experience it with you. So the minimum that we need is 40 people, right? We're going to ride whether we have 40 or not. I just want you to know that. But the minimum that we're going to have is 40 people. The bus can hold up to 56. But we want 40 people. 40 people give you some leg room. You can stretch out and enjoy yourself, have a good time. All right. So what kind of travel are we going to be doing? We're going to be doing some weekend getaways. We're going to be doing some East Coast multi-day tours. If C is still in here, I'm going to be reaching out to you because I am planning a DC tour. Okay, we're going to take an old school like we did back in the day. We're going to take a bus trip to DC. We're going to go to the National African American Museum, History Museum there. So we're going to do that. We're going to go in, check out Ben's Chili Bowl. We got some things we want to do. I got some plans for DC. I also want to do some Disney. Okay, I'm thinking about Disney for Halloween. And you know, Disney, most of the time, the issue with Disney is the transportation in the hotel. Well, we can take care of that. If we're on a bus trip and we're going together, and maybe you just want to do a day trip to Disney, we can do that. We're also going to do some, if people want to go on cruises and they don't like to fly, and they don't like to and they don't want to drive, let us do the driving for you. We can mix both worlds. And also we want to do some holiday things too. We want to do some New York and go to Times Square and see the tree and do some Broadway plays and all that stuff. So we want to bring a cultural experience, and the goal is right now to start on the East Coast and see all the things. So if you have suggestions, let me know and I will try to plan and curate them. But I want to also give you time when we do these trips to do the things that you want to do. Okay. Let's see here. Go to the next one. So, yes, you can absolutely bring a friend. Anybody can tag along. You bring who you want to bring. Yes, your kids are welcome. These trips are going to be suitable for children. I'm going to make sure of that. Yes, the deposit has to be paid up front. So as soon as you register, you can register through my Travel Joy link. If you're not that tech savvy, you can text me and let me know you want to go. I can take the information for you and you can send me a Cash App, Venmo, or you can do PayPal. It's up to you. Unfortunately, I don't have Apple, so I can't do Apple Pay, but I'm giving you multiple options to pay. So, you know, my regular business line, you can just text that and say, hey, I want to go, but I'm not tech savvy. I can take care of it for you. I can just take the information, add you to the roster, and then you can make your payment any way that you see fit. And yes, there will be more trips in 2026, and I'm already working on plans for 2027. So, just to recap, we're going to try to have at least 40 people. We're going to roll whether we have 40 people or not, but we want 40 people. Your $30 deposit is non-refundable, but it does secure your space on the bus. Um, we need to have the remaining balance of $45 by April the 20th. Okay. If you need a little bit more time to pay, just let me know and I will get you taken care of. But April the 20th is the date for the final payment. And when you register, make sure you let me know your t-shirt size because I want to get you that inaugural t-shirt. I want you to get that founding members t-shirt. And that will be ready for you when you board the bus. And if you have any questions, okay, this is the link tree for Seats Taken Travel. There will be an Instagram and a Facebook. I'm working on that, but I wanted to get the information for the trip out there for you guys as soon as possible. So make sure you keep a track of the link tree. Keisha, it is. And when we go south, girl, if you want to join, I will make a stop near you. Okay. I will make a stop near you because some of these trips, because of the routes they're going, as long as you can get to 95, we can have the bus stop and pick up a group of people in certain spots. So just keep that in mind. Um, Also, we have a dedicated email. It's seatstakentravel@gmail.com. Seatstakentravel@gmail.com. And then also we do have a website as well. So it's going to be a tiny URL website, and then you just put Seats Taken Travel behind that, and it'll pull up the website. I'll try to show you guys that information. We also have a public Facebook group. So if you look up the Facebook group during groups and just say Seats Taken, it should pull it up. Even if you're not going on this particular trip, there will be more. you're going to want to be in that community so we can share when there are more. If you are in that community, I will be able to give you first dibs on the seat. So the announcements for the trips are going to go there first. Okay. And any vlogs that we do from the trip will live here on Two Parkers One World. So make sure you're following us on Facebook. We do have a Facebook. You can also follow Parkers on the Go. And you can also make sure you subscribe and share this channel because I want you guys to see those experiences as well. Now, let me show you guys the places we are going. I meant to have it pulled up, but time slipped really fast. Um, I want to show you guys the places we are going so you can get a sense of where we're going to be. And then if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat while I'm pulling this up so you guys can get that experience as well. Okay, I think I got that. Okay, here. All right, so the first place is the Arlai Garden. Um, Thank you. Thank you. I've worked very hard. I've worked very hard on this. I know my poor husband, like, girl. But no, he's been very supportive. But I've worked hard on this because I want this to be a good experience for everybody. And like I said, I know there are people who just do not, they just don't travel well as far as like cruises and all that stuff. So I want to give everybody experience of travel. That's my goal. That has always been my life's goal. I don't want to just be focused on one thing. I want to give everybody that experience of travel. So this is Arlai Garden. I'm gonna try to give you guys a quick little sneak peek of things that they have going on. If I can get some pictures. But it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful space. I wish I had pulled up some of the pictures from when Brandon and I went because that's when I caught myself going to vlog, right? I was going I was going to vlog and I didn't do it. Like that was my whole thing of before Parker on the Go became a thing. I was going to vlog and it was going to start with that trip. And I just took a bunch of pictures. I didn't even vlog anything. So let me see here if I can find a picture. I might just go back to Google Images so you guys can see. Let's see here. So yeah, very much nature art. Is really really nice. They do have a tram service. It is huge, 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 huge. So I was hoping there would be more pictures. A lot of the pictures I found was on. They do have weddings there. I was just showing Google Images, and I might just go back and do that so you guys can see some of the location. Images, yeah. So if you guys can see, these are some of the images of where we're going. Thank you, Kathy. Oh, who lives in Charlotte? Yes, I want. Like I said, everybody is welcome. Please, everybody is welcome. If they're close to the area, um, you are certainly welcome to come. But like I said, I know I have a lot of friends who are far out and all over the United States, but I want to make sure that I am sharing this with my local folks because a lot of the people I know, like I said, just don't fly or don't cruise. Ski trips, Myrtle Beach, May 9th, A&T grandson's graduation. Awesome. Oh, congratulations. But yeah, I'm putting them on the books. I'm putting them on the books. So if a Myrtle Beach trip is a thing you want to do, absolutely. If a ski trip is a thing you want to do, absolutely. Join the Facebook group. I will try. Let me share the link to that. So if you guys want to join, so you can just kind of stay up to date with it and you guys can see what is going on and drop the suggestions. That way I can find and start planning those things too. And we can like say, hey, this is the time of year it would be good for this. Can we plan a trip here? And I can make sure I can reach out with my to my partner and get that plan for you guys. Let me pull up the Facebook group link. So the group is fairly new. We already have 6 members. So yay, thanks for joining. Let's see here. And I will share that too so you guys can see what it looks like. Let's see. We do the train to Grand Canyon. See, that would be nice. That would be nice. That would be nice. Like I said, because my mom was like, you should probably try to do some more Amtrak stuff, and that's the goal. Um, Eventually is to get into it, but it's a lot more that goes into Amtrak stuff. So I'm just trying to make sure that I can get this part knocked out. But yeah, I want to make sure that you guys see it. So this is the Facebook group. It's called Seats Taken Travel Squad. It is a public facing group. So as long as you answer the questions, you can absolutely join it. I want to make sure you guys know that. Also, there is a Travel Joy link, and I will share the Travel Joy page as well, and it will, so you guys can sign up for that. Let's see here. So I will share that link as well. Let's see here. So you guys can see it. Okay, so I'm gonna drop that in the chat too. And if you know anybody, if you're not local but you know somebody, please please feel free to share. Please feel free to share. So this is a Travel Joy. All right. So this is this particular trip here in Wilmington, the one that's going to Wilmington. All right, and as you can see, it's $75 per person. I have the trip already laid out. So all the information that you need before you go, the information about the t-shirts, the deadlines, what, we need to make sure that we're at certain locations by certain times. This is the tour company down these tours. That's all their information in there as well. And then the information about the gardens, and then the Carolina Beach, and then Cape Fear Seafood. I'm gonna show y'all some of these pictures, okay? Because Cape Fear is amazing. So this is where we'll be having our dinner, and they have good pricing too. So I don't know if y'all saw that, but seafood lunch dinners for $15. Seafood lunch for $15, and they have more than just seafood, so you can get a little bit of surf and turf there too. But Cape Fear is amazing, and is we do have one in Raleigh, but the one in Wilmington, because it's right there on the water, is that much better. Um, and I also want to do some Black History travel too. So that's Cape Fear. You guys saw the garden. Let me go back and see if there are more pictures of that, so I can kind of show you guys that. Yeah, this is my favorite spot. We actually took a picture right here. This is my favorite spot. But it is a beautiful, beautiful location. So any questions that you guys may have for me? Like I said, I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but I would love it if you guys can share. Like I said, this is something new, that this is the first trip I have. It's not just something I put together last night. I have been working on this. I have been quietly and silently working on this. So, any questions that you may have, any suggestions, or even like not just East Coast trips, let me know. Let me know. I want to make sure that you guys get that information. I want to make sure you guys can enjoy this experience. And it's something different about bus trips. Like I said, it's more than just nostalgia for me. It's always, travel has always been a passion. And it's always been something that I wanted to do or never even thought I could do. I spent my early 20s and all of my time raising my kids, and now is my time. I did my time. So now it is my time to share my love of travel with you guys and get out there and explore. And I want you guys to do that too. Hey, Sig, how are you? Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you popping in. But as you guys know, we will be live tonight for Talk to Me Thursday. So I'm not going to keep you. I'm not going to hold you long. I'm not going to be before you long, as Brandon Dad say at church. But I did want to share with you guys what this experience was. I am going to thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's definitely a passion project. I appreciate that, Sid. So I will be sharing this video also in the Facebook group. So if you guys have people you think might want to join, just go ahead and invite them to the group, and the video can be in there as well. But thank you so much for joining me today. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate it. Yay, go team. And I hope that your seat will be taken. You like that, didn't you? Did you like that, Parker? Did you like that? All right, y'all. I will see you guys later on tonight. If I talk to me Thursday, 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we will not be on the high seas. All right, fam. Until next time.